Hey, I'm Jamie, and welcome to my studio. Today we're going to be checking out this bass amp right here, the Phil Jones Bass BP200. So we're going to check out the Class A preamp inside this head by testing it with some metal, a little bit of slap bass, and also some live pop rock. But if you've seen any of my videos before, you know there's actually just one thing that I really care about, and that is, well, what's it sound like? Now for songs like this, I typically just mellow out the top end and emphasize the mid-range, somewhere around 1K, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly where the mid-range knob lives on the BP200. And maybe I'll just emphasize the low end a little bit, but before you accuse me of making it too dull sounding or too mellow, let's lift the volume on the rest of the band and add just a little bit of dynamics processing to this. And y'all can tell me what you think over on my Discord server.
Say to the face! What? Slap!
Now this is not a bad sounding slap tone by any stretch of the imagination, right? Stingrays, they're very capable of pulling off this tone on their own. However, it definitely got cleaner by running it through the BP200. I was able to pull out some of that honkiness in the mid-range, and bumping the top end gave us the perfect crack, just the right amount of sizzle on top. So let's add the rest of the track in a tiny amount of compression. Now let's just see what this might sound like in the final mix. BP200 is adding so much clarity. I love it. And by the way, the distortion that you're hearing is coming from the Sonic Cake Rock stage. And I really like the way that this dirty tone is blending with that top end lift that we're doing, and also the 1K cut on the BP200 is adding so much clarity and definition to a genre where that's kind of hard to do with the bass guitar. So let's add in the rest of the track, a tiny amount of processing, and just see what happens when we put this all together. And by the way, if today happens to be your birthday, well, this song's for you then.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
that's what the Phil Jones bass BP200 sounds like. And if you like what you hear, you want to get one for yourself, please just click on those links in the description. Yes, I get a very small commission out of it, so thank you in advance for helping to support the channel.
Right.
So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out the description for links to other videos that I did using all of the gear you saw me play today. And remember that all of my isolated bass tracks and complete bass performances, along with my professional opinions on the BP200, you'll find all of that over on Patreon. And hey, speaking of which, thank you so much to my wonderful patrons, and in particular, these names right here. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn on those notifications, and thanks again for watching. Stay well, and we'll see you next time.